Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Doki-Doki Literature Club Plus.
Me!
There we go. Last time we started reading poems and we had Sayori read our poem and now we're going over to Natsuki.
Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh? Phew what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I take it as a win. I guess the feeling you're probably is most critical.
Hey, what makes you? Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's,
She looks like a little vampire.
I was thinking that too. It's like one little fang sticking out there, like,
I want to suck your blood.
Something's telling me that Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But it's never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
Oh, that's a little unnecessary. Yeah, really, God, I have feelings too, you know.
Could she be crushing on Sayori?
These are questions we don't know the answers to yet. But I think in this way, if we have, God, words.
It weren't.
But think of this way. If we weren't for me, she probably wouldn't have
Just
fly away, let the balloon go. God, I'm skipping that. You couldn't say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Fucking bitch, I hate spiders. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me get up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her.
Amy has a lot of friends.
Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. If her friends start to like spiders too, that's why I'm not friends with her friends. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world would be better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
I want to read the next one.
You got the next ones because I probably can't read the writing.
2. Oh, yeah.
I hate spiders. That's what I'm going for this one.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem.
Yeah.
I don't like spiders.
You hate spiders.
I'm not friends with people who like spiders.
Spiders are scary.
I doubt I have to explain it. I don't like spiders, okay? Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much easier analogies.
I don't like spiders.
Okay, no spiders. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like you, not liking spiders. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my. That doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Sometimes that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think something less of you.
Yeah, like, I like going to the literature club just because there's 4 girls.
But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Yay, more poem days.
Alright, who's next? It's Yuri.
Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Joshua. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday?
I guess you could say that.
I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, well, an example for that if you'd like to read it.
Of course.
Is this the, oh, that's you.
Is this the poem you wrote today? Yuri nods her head timidly, hands me her poem. You can have fun reading this one. I don't know half the letters.
Cursive. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. An ordinary human. I don't know what that... Ordinary human? I don't know. Can't really tell those ones.
She started scribbling at some point.
I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its place and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what the poem's about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take that at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Oh, that's funny.
Huh?
Didn't Nasuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interest?
She did?
Yeah! She was talking about it. Doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah! Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please tell her I said that. Don't tell her I said that, sorry.
Don't worry, I have no reason to. So don't fuck up.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Oh man, I don't know who's poem to read next.
Hi again, Joshua. How's the writing going?
All right, I guess.
I'll take that,
Ow, paper cut.
as long as it's not going bad.
Got my finger.
I'm happy that you're applying yourself.
Oh, yes, that's the only thing that's applying.
Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
As soon as my finger heals. I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go.
I already grabbed it.
I thought you did too. I gave my poem to Monica.
All right. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Well...
She got sad. Look at her face.
I know, she's like, how could you? Well, maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure not reading into it much?
I could be.
Throwing hair.
Same pose. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel about it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I like experiment.
But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless. Cacophony of meaningless noise. You went too fast. My face couldn't keep up. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, coisin, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
Excuse me?
Oh.
It's a little more abstract than your last one.
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. A little weird. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Ha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression on a face, or of a feeling. My face keeps changing, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Uh-oh. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this the tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ha ha.
Did she just break the fourth wall on us?
That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. You might want to make a new save. I think that's what she just said. Okay, everyone. We'll be done reading each other's poems, alright? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Oh, you're kidding me, Monica. You didn't already just start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to the whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of our club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do.
If I told them the reason I'm here, they wouldn't like it.
Boobies! And if all it takes is standing in front of the room full for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Masuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I don't think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. At least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but
It looks like Masuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's facial expressions. Everyone else's expected faces. Wow, I'm just putting words in other spots.
I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how can we expect you to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to a Pacific poem.
Pacific, like the ocean.
Like the ocean. She has in mind for herself. Then she stands up behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her influence is pristine.
Inflection is pristine.
I got one of those words right.
Yeah.
She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or simply natural. Simply a natural.
Good natural.
Good natural.
Like Canastic and Org.
I glance around. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I think Sayori's ready to go in the next episode.
Oh, not Sayori. You cut her off like that, man.
We'll see you all next time.